All right, back inside. Unlike the last video, this one is totally different, totally out of my comfort zone, but it is a Dobyns rod, but it's the Maverick series. I seen these on Amazon for like 60 bucks, so I figured I'd give it a try. I needed a spinnerbait rod. I used to use the Champion XP 703, but I sold it last year. I don't know, for me personally, I don't need a high-end spinnerbait rod. I'm casting it, target casting. I'm most of the time can see the bites. If not, I mean, you're gonna feel it. So I picked this up. It's the 703 Maverick. Like I said, it was like 60 bucks or something. So I gave it some time, and this thing is, I mean, even at the $100 price point, it's a sweet rod. I mean, it's what you would expect. There's no, it's not off the chart sensitivity. It's, got the EVA, which is a little bit of adjustment for me. I'm so used to full corks now for so many years, but it's a dope little rod, man. I used to use a Fury 703 for spinner baits, and I love that thing, and that's probably one of my favorites. But this one's, I think, gonna take that place just because of the price point, obviously. The Furies went up. They're 150 bucks now. You can find them on sale, but Furies, years ago when I started getting into Dobyns, I had 5-6 of them, and they were $99 rods. What these are priced at, and like I said, I had a fleet of them just because they were nice rods. But anyway, I threw a SLX DC on here. Matches perfectly, as you can see. This is the only one of these I got. I got mostly Curados and Tatulas and shit like that, but matches perfect. Looks pretty cool. If you're into matchy, this is your jam. But it's a 6.3. That's what I throw spinner baits on. I've been throwing the Mega Bass, the SV3, I believe it's called. Nichols lures. It'll throw a bigger spinner bait, but half ounce is kind of where I stay. 99% of the time is a half ounce spinner bait. Some people like 3/8. I just don't. I always put a trailer on them, some type of swim bait, or something. It's just a Demiki Armor Shad, a 3-inch, but just a little something for, I don't know, I feel more comfortable doing it. Confidence thing, But I'll step back. I'll bend this thing up. But like I said, man, for the price, I mean, I don't know. You can't really beat it for a moving bait rod. I mean, it'd probably be an awesome topwater rod too if you threw some braid on here. I might actually try this as a popper rod too, since it's still summertime. Fish are some are shallow, some are real deep. But like I said, it's almost like a 60-40 bend, and it's got backbone, but it's real soft. Like I said, I mostly target cast, with this, so I'm not bomb casting it. Rarely ever am I throwing over 20 yards with a spinner bait, unless I'm throwing a 3/4 or 1 ounce. Then I'm throwing in a whole different setup completely. That I'll throw on the 784 Champion HP 20-pound line. I'm trying to get it as deep as possible and creep it along. But like I said, this is target casting. You can see what you're throwing at. You're gonna see them bite it 9 times out of 10 because I'm keeping it high in the water column right now. It's mid-August. You're still chasing shad up shallow. Some are out deep. I was smashing them on a flutter spoon the other day in 26 foot of water. So they're kind of everywhere now. It's that time of year. I'm assuming everywhere where fish are scattered, and the schools are shrinking up. And they're kind of going all over the place. So, but anyway, like I said, kind of quick, kind of long review, but just like I said, something different out of my comfort zone. Figured I'd try it. A lot of people aren't into high-end, higher end rods like the XPs and the HPs like I am. But, for, like I said, a moving bait rod, this thing is pretty awesome. You pick them up on Amazon all the time for under 70 bucks, basically. I think Dick started carrying these now. But they didn't have it, but anyway. Cool little deal. It's got the blue on the bottom. Don't have the typical, nut on the bottom, but it's like I said, it's that EVA foam, saves them a bunch of money, I'm sure. Fit and finish ain't nothing crazy. Guides ain't nothing crazy. But yeah, anyway, let's go.